Hello everybody and welcome to ReTV. My name is Paul Jeffrey and today we're doing a product review of these. Dun dun dun. The Apex Sim Racing designed, built and sold SimLab P1 Dash Pods. These are a little button box. They come in a pair. And what they do is they attach to the dashboard of the SimLab P1 8020 aluminium cockpit. I saw these and thought they were a very unique design, so I reached out to Apex, asked if they wanted me to do a review of their products, and lo and behold, Jimmy Fisher over at Apex very kindly sent these. Now, on the RaceDepartment YouTube channel, we've already delivered an unboxing video where I got them out of the box for the first time and shared my initial impressions and thoughts about what the product looks like, how they're packed, and its initial feel and quality. Now it's time for the more thorough review, where we talk to you about how you get it installed on your cockpit, what the functionality and compatibility is like, and generally talk about these dash pods, button boxes, and if there's something as a SimLab owner you might want to engage with. Now, for clarification circumstances and purposes only, you'll see from the design shape of these button boxes that these only work if you've got the wheel deck mount. So there's two different kinds of mounts traditionally on a SimLab rig. There's the dashboard, and there's also the flat base in which you can mount things like a different kind of wheels. I've got the dashboard and these fit very nicely in the holes either side of it. So they mount within the actual hole itself. They've got some brackets and some clips at the back that hold them in place, and they form part of a complete dashboard within the SimLab rig. So these are tailor-made for the size and the gap of the hole. I dare say they'll work because they work freestanding, but they won't mount anywhere in different rig configurations. And that's what really appealed to me. I've had my P1 SimLab rig for a while now, and the holes are in the dashboard. I'll show you that in a cutaway in a moment. The holes are in the dashboard. I've always thought that needs something to plug into it to make it look complete, and this does the job really, really well. So first and foremost, material. What's it made out of? Well, you can see the back is in hard plastic, so nice and robust. The USB cable directly mounts into it, comes pre-configured like this, so there's no setup work required. It's already wired up for your benefit, and it's got a carbon front plate which gives it a really nice finish. You can see on both of these modules, and we'll do some close-ups as well in this video, the carbon plate is a really nice finish. Great edge work, lovely and smooth, really well cut. And then the buttons and the dials and the various different knobs all go on top of that one, so it really has a feel of one solid piece of equipment, rather than sometimes traditionally button boxes can be a little bit plasticky feeling, but this has got a real heavy duty feel about it. The Apex turning dial here is made from cast, so that is rock solid, made out of metal. It's got a lovely action on it where you can feel the different cogs as you're clicking through as a different settings. That's a really nice one. And of course, as I mentioned in the unboxing video, we've got the tactile buttons. We've got these NKK, I think it is, buttons, so a slightly posher version of the button boxes. And you'll see it when we've got it mounted in a few short moments, but we've also got an illuminated start button and an emergency button there with the casing over the top. I tend to use these. You can configure them in Sim for whatever you want, but I tend to use that as that's the ignition and that's the starter. But again, that's the beauty of button boxes. It's not unique to Apex. It's for every button box out there. You can configure these to be exactly what you want them to be, each and every button. Couple of aesthetic things to mention. I've asked Jimmy to do these in the RaceDepartment colours, red, white and blue, but of course these buttons are customizable in whatever colour you want, as is the housing on top of the switch toggle there. So I've gone for black because I like the look of that one, but again, comes in a range of different colours. So that's been tailored to how I want it to look no additional cost. Same for yourselves, you'll be able to have a little bit of customization in there. And as you saw in the unboxing video, it also comes with a sticker set, so you can mark up what buttons you want for which action, and you can remind yourself while on the fly in a race or a practice session or out on track. For the benefit of this video, I'm not going to apply the stickers, I'm going to keep them as they are. So I think, without further ado, it's time to have a look at how we mount these on our SimLab's P1 rig. So let's go. I've not tried this yet, so this could be easy or hard. Looks quite straightforward. There's no instructions in the box, but I'm sure it's something that's easy enough to work out. So let's have a look at how we get these mounted onto the rig. So if we look at the back of the dash pods, you can see they fit neatly into the hole on the dashboard, and then they come with these little brackets that we see here. So all you do is quite simply loosen up the screws on the sides of the pod, pop the bracket in place, tighten the screws up, and then you have some little spacers that are provided with the Apex dash pods that you pop in to fill the gap. So they fit really nice and neatly in the dashboard. The cable, there's a linking cable between the two products, so they both talk to each other, and then the USB cable that goes out into the PC. You can see there the little spacer. So they fit really nice and neat. Of course, they then sit flush onto the dashboard face itself. So a really nice tidy solution, and there, when spacers have been added, entirely rock solid, so they don't move anywhere when you're pressing the buttons when in action. Okay, there we go then. That's been our review of this, the Apex Sim Racing SimLab's P1 button box. Apex Sim Racing are an American company that do an array of innovative, interesting and quite exciting, if I do say so myself, button boxes and peripherals for sim racing. So get them checked out. There'll be a link to Apex in the bottom of this video, so go and check it out, have a look at the different products they've got on offer. I can say my experience with them, this is my first time I've engaged in any way, shape and form with Apex, has been absolutely fantastic. The products, as you can well see, are brilliant. I absolutely love these button boxes. These should be standard equipment on all SimLab rigs. That's how good I think they are. Jimmy's been an absolute pleasure to deal with, really communicative, getting back to me whenever I've got any questions, really helpful and supportive. So first-rate customer service. Even though these came from the United States, they got over here really quickly, even in these difficult health times that we're living in. So first-class service from Apex Sim Racing at around $160. These are not cheap for comparatively small items, but as a SimLab P1 owner, it's a given that you get these. If you've got a SimLab P1 rig and you've got the wheel deck same as mine, the dashboard should I say same as mine, you need these in your life. They're absolutely, they fill a gap, quite literally and metaphorically, in my rig setup. Absolutely beautifully. I love them. Fabulous piece of hardware. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I've been Paul Jeffrey. No surprises because you logged on. You're watching Race Department YouTube, but we're also, did you know, on Twitch, where we do a lot of our live race broadcasts and live shows and various other slightly less formal pieces of content. And you can find us at RaceDepartment.com and of course Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. So without further ado, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to thank you all once again for spending some of your precious time with me as we look at these cool button boxes. I would absolutely adore a like and even a subscribe to the RD YouTube channel if you would be so kind. I've been Paul. This has been RD TV. These have been the Apex SimLabs P1 button boxes. And until next time, I will see you later on. Thanks for watching. Ta-da!